Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 245. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. So hopefully this video goes up before Raw. I don't know if you guys saw it. This is the third video today, I think. So I did one this morning, which was filmed yesterday that I filmed during Raw, but I don't have internet here anymore because I'm moving, and I had to upload it on cell phone data, which was very, very slow for some reason on uploading. Like download's fine, but uploading is very slow on data, I guess. But yeah, it took forever. Anyway, that went up this morning, so if you haven't seen the news episode that went up this morning, check that out. And then I did another episode, not another episode, I did another video today. It was, in my opinion, this is how, where you should save WWE, Vince McMahon or whatever, so if you haven't seen that. But anyway, this is this video, I'll shut the hell up. We have a little bit of interesting stuff to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of WWE News and Rumors. The first news story, Vince McMahon. So this one's about Vince McMahon. He has basically said WWE wrestlers are welcome. They're completely welcome to take any of the time off they want from the WWE for as long as they want. Really? So that's what Vince is saying, is wrestlers, they're allowed to take time off whenever they want. He's like, injuries are unpredictable and family events are unpredictable, so they're welcome to leave whenever they want. Really? Really, Vince? He's like, as long as they're not in the middle of a storyline, like, they can just take a break whenever they want. Really? Really? Because your like thought on that was completely different in the past. And I think the only reason he's saying this, I believe, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. John Oliver has like some kind of talk show, and he was like talking about how wrestlers are like on the road all the time and they don't get any breaks or anything like that. And then Vince like responded like this, like, they're welcome to take any of the breaks they want, ever. The thing is, if you take breaks, the time's gonna be added on top of your contract. So, or maybe he'll double it. I don't know. All right, the next news story. The next news story is about Lars Sullivan. So Lars Sullivan has been fined $100,000 for his comments between 2007 and 2013. So, if you don't know, he said like a lot of stuff. He was like making fun of Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is not cool in my book, and which is kind of cool at the same time. Bojangles is better. If you're in the South, you know what Bojangles is. Bojangles is way better than KFC. I don't know how this discussion turned into food, but anyway, Lars Sullivan said some worse stuff than that. He said like some like racist stuff and some like really messed up stuff. And this was before he ever even got signed, but advertisers were like writing in a WWE and being like, you have to punish Lars in some way. You got to find him, you got to fire him, you got to do something, or we're not going to give you money for advertisements no more. So WWE was like, So WWE, they have fined him $100,000. Hopefully that makes all the advertisers happy. I know the fans are still going to be upset because, let's be honest, wrestling fans are always upset. All right, the next news story. The next news story is about Smackdown tonight. So I don't know if this is going to go up before Smackdown. In the beginning of this video, did I say I don't know if this is going to go up before Raw? Or did I say that I don't know if this is going to go up before Smack? I don't know. I don't know what I said. If I said Raw, I am so sorry. And I'm sure there's already people down there commenting if I did say Raw. But anyway, Smackdown is tonight. They're in the UK, so they're pre-filming everything because there's a 5-hour time difference between the East Coast, Eastern United States, and the UK. So like 8 o'clock for them is like 3 p.m. for over here. So they've already filmed at least part of Smackdown, and apparently the crowd was not there tonight. And I don't mean they were quiet. I mean they literally weren't there. Like there was people there, right? It's not like no one was there. Just like up, like the O2 Arena is a very big arena. Like to fill up all the seats it's nearly. I mean it's a hard thing. I don't want to say it's impossible, but I guess Raw was good, but SmackDown didn't draw as well. And on TV we probably won't notice anything because I know WWE do this. If on camera side, so when they're shooting from hard cam, if they're shooting like right in the the middle of the ring, you see the crowd back there. If that looks empty, then they're actually going to take people from all the way from hard cam and ask them to move over here so it's all filled in and it looks good on TV. And then meanwhile, like behind the camera, there's like no crowd over here. Like it's completely empty seats. But you wouldn't know a single thing on TV. It's just to make them look better. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, guys. I'm here to be like, they can't fool us. There was empty seats there, so But I mean, it's no secret. Like I've talked about for days here. I talked about today in that other video I made. WWE's crowd, WWE's fans, whatever with ratings, whatever we want to say. They're dropping fast, and they got to change some stuff and change it fast to make people interested in WWE again. I don't want to say interested in pro wrestling because pro wrestling is looking pretty good, especially with AEW coming up. But WWE, they're gonna have to make some major changes to bring the fans interest back. So there you guys have it. That was actually all of the news stories I had for you guys today. So now, my catchphrase here, we are going to talk about some juicy rumors. Alright, the first rumor is about Lio Rush. So apparently Lio Rush actually asked for his WWE release. Yeah, Lio Rush asked to be released. So they were doing contract negotiations with Lio Rush. He was on the main roster. They offered him I forget how much it was, and he was like, no, I'm not signing, double the amount and then I will sign it. That's basically reportedly what he said or whatever. But he's not on the main roster no more. They sent him back down to NXT. Apparently they're reinventing him or whatever. But he did ask for the WWE release. Of course, WWE rejected his release. So yeah, that's crazy that he would even ask for that. I find that crazy because he hasn't been wrestling that long. This is not an indie guy that's been wrestling 20 years. He's literally has less than 5 years of wrestling experience. And you're already in WWE and you're asking to be released? Are you crazy? Some of the stuff about Leo I just find so hard to believe. I met Leo, but he was very respectful and everything, but everyone's kind of like that when you're paying them money to be nice, so I don't know. Alright, the next rumor is about Braun Strowman. So if you guys didn't see Raw last night, Braun Strowman is out of the Money in the Big Ladder match. So he had that, I don't know what we want to call it, qualifying match or whatever, against Sami Zayn, and then obviously it wasn't clean or whatever, but the reason Braun is out of the match, at first I thought it was because Vince apparently isn't too high up on Braun right now. He's not a big fan of Braun right now because I guess he's still mad about botching at Mania. The rumor is Vince is still mad at Braun for botching at Mania, but that's not the reason he's out. The reason he's actually out is Braun Strowman is injured. If you watch the match, his arm was taped up. I have no idea what it was. I don't know how severe it was. All I know is it was bad enough for them to take Braun out of the match. Alright, the next rumor, it's about Bray Wyatt. Oh, God. Did you guys see that last night about Bray Wyatt? I was so happy. I was when this whole Firefly Funhouse whole deal started, everyone was like, what the hell is this crap? They ruined him. They turned him into Bo Dallas or whatever. They turned him into his brother or whatever. But they had plans, and he has turned really amazing, and this is just such a genius thing. I don't know whose idea this was. I know Bray has some really good ideas in his actual brain. He really is a genius. I do have to say, Bray Wyatt, the actual person behind the character, is a genius. And I'd like to think he came up with this himself, but he might have had some help with it. But all I know is this is absolutely amazing. Anyway, back to the rumor here. The rumor is he's supposed to be he's gonna start wrestling here soon. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied today for no reason. Well, let me try to slow down a little bit and relax a little bit so I don't get tongue-tied so easy. So Bray Wyatt, he's gonna start wrestling here soon again. Opponent, I have no idea. They're teasing, or I guess Bray's teasing. He's kind of messing with Samoa Joe on Twitter. So there's rumors Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe, but I don't know. And another catchphrase here. We're just gonna have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor is about WWE putting indie companies out of business. I don't know what I'm gonna put up here in the corner. This WWE logo or something. I don't know. Anyway, so WWE, they are literally trying to put indie companies out of business on purpose. So what they're doing is when they hear an indie promotion or any promotion that isn't WWE are doing a show in a town or city or whatever, they book a show the same city pretty soon. I don't want to say the same week, but fairly soon to that date, and they're doing this on purpose. So let's give an example. Let's say Impact Wrestling is doing a show in, I don't know what town I'm going to use for example. Let's say Dallas. So they're doing a show in Dallas. They're doing it, let's say, they're doing their show next Monday. WWE, they're going to book a NXT show for the day before. Yeah, that's literally what they're doing. That's just for an example. So they're hearing about indie promotions booking shows, if it be an actual indie promotion or Ring of Honor, or it's kind of subjective if you think those are indie promotions or whatever. They're smaller promotions, but they're not indie, I don't guess. But Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, New Japan when they do some US shows or stuff like that. And imagine they might be trying to do this for AEW. They are booking NXT shows, or maybe even a Raw or SmackDown, depending on whatever they have availability to book, very, very soon in the same exact town, because they're hoping when a wrestling fan sees WWE's coming in town, they're going to choose WWE over that show. and more than likely these people don't have like a lot of money because most people have bills to pay and stuff, and they can't be spending hundreds of dollars in the same week on a wrestling show. So it's either you pick, I don't know, Mountain Man Wrestling. I'm making up a promotion just so I don't insult anyone. Mountain Man Wrestling or WWE NXT. I'm choosing WWE NXT. Maybe some people would choose Mountain Man Wrestling, but the majority of people are going to choose WWE NXT. So that's what they're doing, and they're literally hurting this, and this is kind of like a scummy thing they're doing, but they're trying to put these indie companies out of business by just booking shows right after them on purpose. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about the WWE locker room. I'm gonna speed up a little bit on these rumors just because this video is already getting kind of long, and I want to get through these. But anyway, the WWE locker room are apparently not very hopeful that WWE is going to bounce back, and a lot of them are talking about plans after WWE are ready. So that's not a good sign. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about John Cena. So there's a rumor going around right now. It's not so much a rumor. This could be a borderline news story because Cena actually said this in an interview. So anyway, the headline here is John Cena might be retiring. So in the interview, Cena basically said he doesn't feel like they need him anymore. He doesn't feel like he is keeping up with the young guys anymore. He feels like he's slowing down, and he just feels like his time isn't now. His time is over, and that's in the past or whatever. These are just roughly around what he said. So I don't know. Cena's had a wonderful career. Like, there's no doubt in that. He could have quit years ago and still been considered an absolute legend. But he's focusing 100% on Hollywood right now, so he doesn't really have time for WWE anymore. He's there every once in a while. I don't think he's going to full-on retire. I think he's going to do something similar like The Undertaker, which is basically what his schedule is now. He wrestles a few times a year. But that's something Cena said. So John Cena retirement isn't like an impossible like thing, unfortunately. And that's just crazy to think. Like, Cena was the guy, the main guy. He had to be at every show. He was the face. He was the guy who drew the entire crowd. They could probably use him right now to draw the fans back, but he's doing his whole Hollywood thing and doesn't have time for it anymore. He just doesn't feel like he can keep up anymore. So that's just crazy to think. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait and see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the final news story, the final thing I will be talking about in this video. It is also about Vince McMahon. There's a lot of stuff about Vince McMahon recently. So basically, he was like in a meeting. I'm not sure what kind of meeting this was with the stockholders or shareholders. What kind of terminology we want to use. He was basically asked, Vince, would you sell percentages of like a large percentage of WWE to someone, or would you sell the entire company at some point? Would you consider, like, saying you're doing bad, would you consider selling off WWE? And his response was, we're open for business. So then he refused to like go into more depth than that. But it looks like Vince McMahon is actually open to selling the WWE, or at least a big chunk of it. So that's absolutely crazy. So yeah, WWE could actually be sold. I mean, we're already talking, like, we've been talking about the past few days, the WWE, like, if they don't change things, if they don't get the ratings back, yeah, they're making money, but they're not going to keep making that money once this Saudi Arabia deal is over, when all their fans are completely gone. And I'm not saying all the fans are going to be gone. Like, Impact Wrestling, TNA still have fans somewhere out there, I've heard. But WWE, they're still always going to have fans, but if they don't have enough to support them and like, make a profit or whatever, WWE could go out of business, and Vince actually might sell the company before it gets to that point, so hopefully it recovers pretty soon. So there you guys have it. Those were actually all the news stories and rumors I had for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of WWE News Rumors. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, brand the channel, make sure to subscribe. Remember, that is absolutely free. And now it is some promoting time, because that's what YouTubers are supposed to do, right? So if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy all my videos, you can help support the channel on Patreon. You can start supporting me at $3, and you don't just give away your money. At $3, you get access to all the exclusive stuff on Patreon, plus you get a Brandon Hodge sticker shipped directly to you from me, and I'll sign one if you want me to sign one, because some people want my autograph for some reason. But you can donate more than that. If you donate more, you get more goodies and more special stuff, and even some like personal stuff with me. So if some of you like think I'm an entertaining person, you like to talk to me, or FaceTime me or something. I believe those are some of the options you can get. But anyway, next thing I have to promote here, it is for SeatGeek. If you guys are going to a sporting event, wrestling event, concert, literally anything you need a ticket for, go to SeatGeek. Don't go to Vivid Seats, because I had some BS with Vivid Seats. There's a lot of scams out there. Vivid Seats is one of them, so stay the hell away from that. Go to SeatGeek, because SeatGeek is legit, and you can save money with my code. The code is Hodge, and it saves you 20 bucks off your first order. If you used SeatGeek before, probably make a new account to use my code. Probably shouldn't be telling you that. Also, merch stores down below if you want to buy one of the awesome shirts or like a juicy rumor shirt. I might be adding snapbacks here soon. There's stickers in there, there's other stuff, but I'll stop promoting. I just have to do that to keep the channel rolling and keep these lights on and everything. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate your support. Comment down below. I'll be down there replying to you guys as always. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.